What are we trying to find today? Deshay?
A solution by mixing salt and water.
Okay, so you're going to possibly be making a solution out of salt and water. What are we trying to find out about this solution? Luke?
Mass volume changes.
Right, if the mass and volume changes, okay? More so concerned about the mass, right? We want to decide today if when we mix salt with water to make a solution, does our mass change? Just like yesterday, we measured to see if when we add liquid to liquid, if our mass changes, okay? The one difference with today's lab, though, will be the idea that you get to write your own procedure. You can use yesterday's lab ideas as guidance if you need to get yourself set for today's lab, okay? Now, real quick, what's the first thing you need to do for today's lab? Who can remind us? And it's right on your lab sheet there.
Write a procedure.
Write your procedure. Should you really start doing your lab before your procedure is written? No. Right? What is our procedure? What's the procedure do for us in a lab? Steps.
So pretty much when, if you gave it to someone that you don't know, they could just right away do it.
Right. Your steps, your directions need to be detailed enough that if you handed your lab to somebody else, they could do the lab without even knowing what they were trying to do. What are you going to use to make your final solution in?
Oh no, we're using a test tube.
Okay. Now, you said 15 or 50.
Oh, we're gonna do 10 or 15.
Okay. Can you put 50 in there?
No.
No. Very good. What are you measuring your salt with?
Uh,
A scale.
you put this on the scale, and then you put the sodium chloride in
Good.
here, and then you subtract them.
And when you do your final solution, what are you going to have to subtract from that total?
The weight
What
of
else?
everything
In the math.
of what you put this salt.
Well, think about it. When you put that test tube to weigh it, what are you going to have to do with it?
Oh, you're gonna have to put it in a cup.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's
You have to subtract
Ah,
the cup.
my man said it right there. The stopper. Right? Those are all things that aren't
Yeah.
part of the mass. Very good. On the right track. Keep doing what you're doing. Very good.
Do we have to have predictions again?
Yes. Good point. Good point. Let's stop for a second. Can I have all eyes on me? Joe asked a good question. He said, should we have predictions on our data table? What do we think? Yes. Why were predictions important to yesterday's lab? Jawan? Right. For us to decide that final factor, did things change, you need to have those recordings, make those predictions, so you have something to subtract from to find the, what are you finding in the very end? The mass. And you subtract to find change. What's the word we use in math class? I heard it. Rebecca? Difference. Yes, not sum. Difference. You might use a sum in there, but not for that step, right? Very good.
You need the scale? Oh yeah, wait, pour that back in. We need to check the weight of our. The cylinder weighs 41.1 grams. There you go.
So you're going to subtract the mass of the cylinder from that.
Yeah.
That's fine. Now, do you think it will be 100%?
Accurate? No.
Why not?
Because we're human error. And,
Right,
There's drops
I mean-
in there, but
You got most of it out. I did notice he was wiping this container out to make sure it's dry. So if he's absorbing some of the water out of that, that probably means a couple drops might have been left. So just keep that in mind when you're concluding at the end.